my name's Beeve. I go by itsbeeve. I'm currently a 120 star speedrunner. It's my main category. That's all I do. Well, not all I do, but it's most of what I'm doing right now. And showcasing just vanilla 120, you know, just boot up the console, start right away, and then you're right into the game, collecting every single star, 120. So we're not getting 70, not getting 16. We're getting the full-on 120 star experience. So hope everyone will enjoy it. I'm going to be going for most of the crazy movement, including going to try and go for carpetless at the end, see how I do. Hoping to nail it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So usually with Mario, we start on boot up. We don't start on file select like most other speedruns. So if you're ready with the timer, I can count us down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's me, Mario.
And we're off. So a few things. For 120, we play on the Japanese version of the game, which is actually the fastest version for 120 and 16 star. Because there's a few things. There's a few things that overlap. Mainly, what we like to say in the community is one of the stars in JRB, Jolly Roger Bay, which is one of the early levels. One of the stars is in a box in the US version, but in the Japanese version, it's just out in the open. You can just grab it. So it's very simple, and you just grab it, and it saves about like 3 seconds roughly. But there's a few other things that kind of overlap that, you know, the US version saves time over the JP version, et cetera, but we mainly like to say like, oh yeah, the JRB box is not there in the Japanese version, so that's what we like to say. First thing I'm gonna go for here is Lac 2 skip. Okay, got it. It saves about like 8 seconds. I have to talk to Lac 2 in the cutscene. Then here I'm gonna be on something called LBLJ. I'm gonna see if I can get it here. I didn't get it. That's fine. I'm gonna enter the door and try again. I'm gonna try one more time. If I don't get it, I'll just take the other route. So what I'm trying to do is build up speed and skip the 8-star door. Oop. Come on. Okay, I'm not gonna go for it now. I'm just gonna go and do bomb clip. So typically you want to do Dark World first. It saves like 10 seconds to do that, but couldn't do it. LBLJ is very hard. It's like where most of my resets are. So we're just gonna do this the old school way. So here I'm gonna do something called bomb clip. You take the bomb and you just clip right through to grab the 6-star here. If I can nail it. I missed the bomb. So I got to go back, spawn the bomb. This is a great start. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Fumbling. Hang on. Oh. One more time, and then I will probably activate the jump. This is... Alright, hang on. There we go. Okay, whoop. Okay, we're good. Okay, I promise. I'm a speedrunner, I promise. It's a rough start, but we're gonna try and get through it as best we can. Alright, so after that, we just grab 1 star here, because we actually have to activate the wing cap to finish BOB, so we're not gonna do that yet until we get the wing cap. Wing cap doesn't activate until, I think, 10 stars maybe? I might be mistaken. It might be like 11 or 12. I actually don't know what the requirement is for wing cap, but you need a few stars to unlock it. Alright, so here we're in Womp's Fortress. Another hard stage where we do most of the resets. I'm gonna do something called Candleless. Just gonna go for texture setup just to get through it. Okay. Okay, missing Candleless, that's great. I'm gonna go for a backup here. This is shooting to the wild blue. Typically what you do if you miss Candleless. I'm gonna try and go for it again. Hopefully I don't miss it. So you basically line yourself up in a specific spot, and then you change the camera around, and then you hold down notch and you just grab the star. But I'm gonna see if I can try it again. I actually might do sock folder just to get it out of the way. which is like the super full setup. There we go. Okay.
Here we go.
So that has you not open the cutscene of opening the cannon and then shooting the wall. You can just grab the star that way. Super simple. It's a trick you can kind of learn in like, 5 minutes, and you can do it yourself. It's not too bad. Oops. Okay, here I'm gonna do something called Owlus. Hey, missing Owlus, that's terrific. Try and go for it again. Okay, got it that time. So, the beginning of this game is extremely hard. That's why I'm kind of messing up a lot. Usually if we do mess up some of these things, we just instantly reset and we kind of don't know what to do. So, but Owlus saves quite a bit of time, so you don't have to activate the owl to go through the cage. It's pretty hard, pretty precise. So, just going through it. Now I'm doing the 100 coin here. So throughout Mario 64, we collect the 100 coin star, and then we combine it with like another star. Sometimes it is combined with the red coin star, and then other times it's combined with other stuff. But here, we're gonna combine it with the red coin star. So typically I was trying to go for a cycle there called Pro Cycle. Didn't get it. Shocker. And we have to take a later cycle than that because I missed it, unfortunately. But no big deal. Keep going through. And typically with cycles, like in a cycle, it's like, depending on each location in a stage, each stage is in like a set timer, and all platforms and other stuff kind of rotate in the exact same way every single time. So we want to make certain cycles to like make them faster in the speed run. So the fastest one I was trying to go for there was Pro Cycle. There's one you can do half cycle. There's one you can do, I think it's called full cycle, I believe. Alright, now here, just fight the Womp King. Pretty basic. Just ground pound him 3 times. Nothing too different here. And now after that, we got one more star in Womps, and then we move on to Jolly Roger Bay, where we will do a lot of swimming. A lot of swimming in JRB. Alright, there's Womp's Fortress. I would arguably it's like one of the hardest stages in the whole game. It's very, like, a lot of crazy movement, a lot of crazy stuff you have to do. Cannonless, Owlus, Undercoins, all like super hard, in my opinion. It's like literally like, I think I reset there according to the run.gg like 70% of the time. So just goes to show you how often I have to reset there. Alright, before we do JRB, typically most runners do Aquarium first, because it's actually faster as the castle movement. So, nothing really to see here. Just a bunch of swimming, collecting 8 red coins, and then on. JRB, or Jolly Roger Bay, but we always abbreviate it to JRB. It's easier to say. You do have most of the swimming, but we're gonna do a few clips here and there, and I'm gonna be going for something called frame walk, which I usually do. And that has you skipping opening the cannon to grab a certain star, and it saves roughly like 5 seconds or so, depending on how good your frame walk is. So it's quite a big time save, and I usually do go for it. So see what happens when I get there. But first we do that. First, before we do frame walk, we're gonna do I think it's called Plunder the Sunken Ship. After playing on Japanese version for so long, I forgot the names of these stars actually. But we're gonna be doing this star first. Okay, so there I just did something called ship clip. So instead of going to the eel, waking him up, and having him come out of his home, or his ship rather, you can just click through that corner of that ship and save a bunch of time. Okay, these chests would activate. Oh my god, please. Thank you. Okay. Sure, the star up here. Alright, and now typically, what's kind of unfamiliar territory for some people, I actually switch controllers for frame walk, and I go to something called a Hori mini pad, which has a GameCube style stick, and it's just easier to do frame walk that way. So frame walk, I'm actually going to be like pressing the stick from neutral to a certain direction every like 7 frames or so. So you're going to see it here in a bit. Okay, right, there's frame walk. I got that first try. It's nice. It's pretty hard. It's harder than it looks, but you do get used to it after much practice. Okay, and usually with that, people do the 100 coin. What I'm actually gonna do. Fun fact about JRB, JRB only has 104 coins, so you can't really get a lot of extras. It's always the same path every single time. In the route though, you can miss one, still be fine, but typically try to get all the coins as much as I can. And the extra 3 coins are actually tied to Goombas inside the cave. So we just typically skip those guys, just keep moving on. Nothing really crazy here, just doing some movement to, you know, get to each location. What's interesting is like back in like the 2010, 2011 time era of 120, they used to combine 100 coin with the chest star that's in the cave, which was kind of interesting. But we found it was faster to do with the red coins instead. I'm gonna wait for this cycle actually. Typically I try to go for the wall kick, but sometimes you can get something called an invis wall, where literally it's exactly how it sounds. Mario just hits an invis wall for no reason, because this is like one of the first 3D games like ever made, so especially for N64. So there's gonna be a lot of imperfections here and there, but the game's still fun and fair, as we all know and love. Alright, 3 more stars to get in JRB, and then we are done. We move on to wing cap, star, slide, and then unfortunately do Dark World after I tried to do LBLJ. I'm gonna do a clip here. All you have to do is punch the wall and you can just clip right through. It saves a tiny bit of time. It actually doesn't save as much time as most people think. You know, you gotta save those frames. I guess another thing I can explain is this game has a lot of areas where the game lags. So I position my camera in certain directions to prevent the lag from happening. Now, if you're playing on like emulator or something, you're not gonna see those lags at all, or like Virtual Console. but you're gonna see most players who are at like the top level do this on console because there's a level of like there's a def involved with each strat that involves a lag reduction while doing the strat at the same time. And that just adds like another layer of difficulty to the game. And us as speedrunners, we like challenge for some reason, and we typically run on the N64 version because of that. There's other things too, but that's like kind of one of the main reasons. Is like we like the challenge, and it's pure to play on the original hardware. It's pretty nice, pretty cool too. Okay. Nothing really much here. Activating the eel and grabbing a star, and we're done.
Here we go!
Alright, typically we would just do slide and then wing cap, but like I said earlier, we gotta do Bowser in the Dark World, which is Bowser 1. Right after slide. So do we have any slide guesses in the chat? Typically I get 12 sevens. Sometimes I get 12 sixes. See here. Here's a 12-7. Pretty standard. Nothing too fancy. Some people can get like 12 fours. Kind of nutty. Alright. Now we look up into the sky. Activate the wing cap. Flying in this game is pretty precise. It's pretty precarious. You really have to like swing Mario in certain directions to make them work here and there. It's kind of awkward sometimes. Okay. There, I hit the switch and grab the star at the same time. It skips a cutscene. Saves like 3 seconds, I think. Okay, now we're gonna do the slide again. Except this time, we just grab the star inside the box rather than the star that spawns. Probably. Yeah. Got a weird angle there. The jump. No big deal though.
Here we go!
Right, now we're gonna do Dark World. Dark World's pretty scary. Any wrong move I'll do can cause a death. So we'll just see what happens. Typically I go for a pretty fast cycle called Zaya Cycle. I usually typically do that in like runs and stuff. There's a cycle you can do that above that called Tsukishima Cycle. Very, very, very hard strat. People thought it was TAS only for a while. Here I'm just gonna do standard Shigeru setup, or Shigeru cycle, which is pretty much the standard that most runners do. Okay, here's the first part of Shigeru, making that carousel movement. Okay, there's Shigeru cycle. Okay, not a bad Dark World, pretty nice. All right, same thing with frame walk. I switched to a Hori mini pad for Bowser throws so I don't wear out the stick. Because the OEM stick on OEM controllers are very fragile. There actually I got something called Bowser Dance. It's like a 10% chance of it happening, and it actually is faster to get a Bowser Dance because he doesn't like move away from the bomb that you hit him with. he's actually in the same spot. So people can actually do a half spin there and like hit the bomb even faster, but my thumb doesn't move that fast, so I just typically do a full spin there, but it still saves time. So it's cool that I got that. Nice little showcase. Now that we've done that, now we can do BOB again. Finish up BOB with the wing cap. Okay, that's sort of different movement than you'll typically see. Typically you'll see people do like the white slope movement there, but that movement there is a little bit faster, roughly like 0.5 seconds faster. And it looks cool. It looks really cool. So I typically go for it, I don't typically miss it. Pretty fun to do too. Then here, King Bomb, just throw him into the ground 3 times. You're good to go. Pretty much the first star everyone does when they casually play this game is the King Bomb fight. So it's funny that we're doing it 21 stars in. Now that's done, we're gonna race Koopa the Quick. And Koopa the Quick race has gone through a few iterations in the past, but right now is pretty much as good as you're gonna get with how fast you can do this Koopa race. So what we're typically gonna do, we're just gonna get to the top here. Okay, 18.4, it's actually very fast for me. Cool. Alright, so here you go all the way back down the mountain. Talk to the pink bomb. And as we talk to the pink bomb, the Koopa's still making his way, taking his sweet time, making it up the mountain. And over the course of the past, I think 2 years, I think this strat's been around, I'm going to be doing something called balls. Yes, that's what we call it, very original. So if I move into specific areas during the Koopa race here, there's certain balls that spawn here. You'll see one here, hopefully. Yeah, see, there's one. Those balls spawn, and every time one spawns, the Koopa actually jumps over it and makes him finish the race faster. And it's basically RNG, but we try to do the best we can to see what we can do. But we're kind of at the mercy of RNG to try and increase the race faster. And honestly, like, without looking at a segment timer, I honestly don't know if I got balls or not. It's usually pretty hard to tell if you do or not. But for the sake of the marathon, I can just say we got balls. Okay, that's one of the reasons why we need the wing cap. Do a strat there called sky jump. You just build up momentum, flying to the cap, or flying to the box, grab the star. Typically you need the cannon. That's like the casual way, but you know, we're speedrunners, we're trying to hustle here. I think I might have too much of a stored angle here, but let's see. Ooh, okay, we're good. I could explain stored angle a bit too. If you land in a certain like, if you land a certain way with Mario while flying and you hit the ground with like, you're angled while hitting the ground, and then you take flight again, the game kind of stores that angle, so when you start flight, Mario goes in that same direction. That's what we typically mean when we say stored angle. It's kind of an interesting mechanic in this game. Alright, now we're gonna do the 100 coin. 100 coin's full of a lot of RNG. So just gonna see what happens, I guess. This is actually pretty nice RNG. Those Goombas all being in the same spot. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. 49 here. It's not too bad. Typically you want 50, but the coin box in the beginning kind of messed me up. Okay, 65 is not too bad. Typically you want like 68 or 69. 65 is okay. Gonna run around these poles a few times, grab the coins from them. This is usually like one of the bigger RNG parts of this 100 coin. You sort of just have to react to what you got here. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, I was so close. So I almost did something called double star spawn. In fact, I was literally 1 frame off. That would have been cool if I got that. Very close though. That actually saves a bunch of time. That saves like 3 seconds or so. It's a big time save, but it's a frame perfect trick and RNG based as well. Or you spawn both the stars at the same time. Okay, so that's the beginning of lobby. That gauntlet is over. Now we have to head into the infamous basement. A lot of areas you can die in. A lot of difficult passages, so we'll see how I do here. Before we go into that, we grab nips here. Missed him, unfortunately. I'm gonna grab him on the way out then, since I missed him. All right, we're gonna go for shifting sandland. Okay, good. Saved it. That was a weird angle, but made it work. So that was pillarless. It's basically like bomb clip, like what I did in the beginning of the run, but it's a lot more involved. I guess I can just leave it at that, but I just clip through the pyramid and enter the hole that spawns you inside the pyramid to grab that star. And here I'm going to do another trick called topless. Okay, got it. You need a certain wall kick frame and certain angle to grab that part of the cage where you fight the IROC. IROC fights, pretty basic. All I have to do is kick him in the eye 3 times, or 6 times, I guess. 3 per hand. Okay.
Here we go!
Okay, there we bounce off the fly guy, take out the Talon. It's a pretty easy star. It looks cool, but it's a little easier than it looks. Alright, here we're going to be going for SSL Reds. This is like one of the hardest stars in the game. Gonna be a little quiet here. Okay, that went pretty well. Well, a lot to do with that star. I can't even like sit here and explain the whole thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but it looks hard because it is hard. That's definitely one of the hardest stars in the game, so glad I got that. without dying. Typically, that's where like a lot of my runs die, so it's cool I got that. All right, now we're gonna do the 100 coin. 100 coin's really cool too. It's one of my favorites. Oops, I need that coin though. Can't miss a single coin in this route. You gotta grab them all. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm collecting coins, and then I'm also trying to stomp on the pillars. Stomping on all the pillars takes the top of the pyramid off. So that just works super well with the 100 coin route. So we typically just do this as we're collecting the 100 coins here. Okay, now the top should come off. You hear that little jingle, so you know you're good. Head right in to the next part. Okay, there's a star, but we gotta get the 100 coin first. Nice. That was a really good 100 coin. That was a good example of what it should look like. Okay, grab that star. Now we gotta go back up and grab the secret star. So that was a good example of we grab the 100 coin star and we combine it with a different star instead of the red coin star. So that's one good example. Okay, now we need to grab this last star here, and bam. Shifting Sandland, done. Also one of the hardest stages in this entire game. That's cool. Alright, so since we missed MIPS, I'm gonna grab them on the way back to HMC here, so I'm just gonna go along like this, and grab them like that. Go. That's the backup, what to do there, you miss MIPS. Instead of just running around the castle, you can just go to Shifting Sandland and then just grab them on the way to HMC. It loses a little bit of time, but it's not like a huge time loss, so glad that went well. Alright. HMC, Hazy Maze Cave. 100 coins, extremely long. It's a lot of different moving parts with 100 coin. But arguably, actually, probably one of my favorite 100 coins this entire game, because it's so flashy and cool looking. Activate that elevator. Gonna beat it to it here. And jump back to it. Oops, it's fine. Do it back up here. Go. Oops. Spider can be a little annoying sometimes, especially if you're doing the backup. I'm gonna do a BLJ here to look kind of cool. Hope I don't mess it up. I messed it up. It's fine. I'll have to bring it back down and try it again. Looked like I had speed, but I guess I didn't. I did a slower mash there. Should help. There we go. Alright, here I'm gonna do something called bog jump. It's kind of a newer strat. That should be good. instead of going through the door, you can just spawn in the hallway there. Got good RNG this run so far. It's pretty nice. It's helping me out a little bit. Sometimes that blue coin doesn't fall off the platform where the eyeball is, and sometimes you have to like jump up there and grab it, but it falling near the star is pretty convenient, so that's cool. Alright, now we're gonna clean up the rest of HMC. The rest of these stars aren't too bad. Just some tricky maneuvering here and there, but it's honestly not too bad. Okay, you do a triple jump off that box, you can just clear the wall. There's no ceilings in HMC, so you can just jump over a wall like that. Alright. You do metal cap here. We're actually gonna grab the star here, but not activate the metal cap, because the metal cap's actually not even used in the speed run. We completely ignore it. It's probably one of the most useless things in this entire game. Okay, bam. No metal cap. I'm gonna do that, we call it box triple jump. I'm gonna do that box triple jump one more time to grab the star that I skipped by. Alright, I delay the dive there a little bit because there's actually a death plane there, so if I actually go too far forward, Mario will just fall in like a dark void and then you just die. So that's why we typically hold back and dive like a little later than we think. That way we don't hit that death plane. Here, like I said, just jump over the wall and you end up in a hallway. I'd say like HMC is like one of the more interesting stages because of that mechanic. You abuse it in the speedrun very well, or a lot.
Here we go!
There, I just do a triple jump, and I just go through the floor, and it's one way. That's pretty nice. So you can just skip having to wait to go up the elevator. I did that during the 100 coin as well. Okay, here if you jump off there, and I think it's depending on your wall kick frame. You'll hit that switch that's kind of submerged in water from up top there. So that way, you typically need metal cap to activate that casually, but you can just hit it like from up there, just as if you would hit it with metal cap. So, glad I got that. We usually call that Christmas Miracle. And it's called Christmas Miracle because there's a runner who, like, before we even understood this game more than we did, there was a runner that went for it, and then when he tried to go for it and felt like RNG if he hit it or not, the runner yelled out Christmas. It was a Christmas miracle that he hit that. That's the reason why we call it that. I don't really know the runner though. I don't know off the top of my head. I just know that's like the general story behind it. Okay, not too bad of an HMC. A little flub on the 100 coin, but the rest of it went pretty well. Okay, here we're gonna talk to one out of the 3 toads that we're gonna talk to who gives us a star. That's actually the hardest star in the game right there. Grabbing that star. It's very hard. You have to target to it on a certain frame, otherwise it won't work. I'm kidding, by the way. That star is easy. Okay, now we're in this next stage, lethal lava land, or as everyone likes to say, LLL. Gonna grab the 8 red puzzle piece star, pretty simple. And here we're gonna do logless. I'm gonna grab the wing cap and jump over the fence here. See if I can get it. I don't like that angle. Just gonna play it normally. Oops. That's strange. I had a lot of speed there for some reason. That's fine. Do that. Alright, now we're gonna bully the bullies here. Bully the small bullies and then bully this big bully. Nothing really much here to say. Just gotta take him out. Oh, that was strange. I think I pressed Z, but I think I pressed it too late. So I gotta take him out in a very strange way. Okay, that works, I guess. That was strange. I've never had that happen to me before. Missed the star.
Here we go!
Okay, 1 star here, and then we're gonna do the 100 coin after that. That was close. So the reason why we do the 100 coin on star number 5 is because we actually use the Koopa shell here, and the Koopa shell doesn't spawn until star 5. Because the Koopa shell is very fast to grab these coins, so that's why we typically wait until we do the other stars and then this one towards the end. We're gonna grab most of the reds here, but we're not gonna grab all of them. We're gonna grab 7 out of 8 there. And there's a specific route you take where you grab these coins and kind of just like surf through the lava land. It's pretty cool looking. Pretty fun too to, you know, whiz around in the shell. Sometimes that eye is, oop, not looking at me. There we go. Oops, I missed a coin. That's fine. Back up here, you can grab. You want 80 before you enter the volcano here. Ugh. Alright, not the greatest. It works though.
Here we go!
Alright, we got 1 more star, and that gives us 50. Like that, we're like almost halfway through the game. Almost. Kind of nutty. Pretty fast. Sort of. Okay. Alright, there is basement. Basement is now done. We will return back to do Dire Docks though, but we won't do that until a little bit later. Okay. Grab the second MIPS. I always like to think it's the same MIPS, but he just has 2 stars when he just comes back. Some people argue it's a second actual rabbit, but I like to think it's the same dude, same MIPS. Alright, now we pound the stone pillars here to drain the moat to do a Vanish Cap. Vanish Cap also kind of hard. A lot of interesting movement options you can do here. I usually go for the one that's like intermediate. I don't go for the crazy strat. Okay, I'm gonna do the button press skip again, like in Wing Cap. Siglemic. If anyone doesn't know, Siglemic, OG runner of the game, kind of made that little part famous in previous GDQs. You'd hit the switch, grab the star, everyone would scream Siglemic, everyone has a good time, everyone laughs. Maybe you'll cry, who knows. But you gotta say Siglemic. Now we do Cool Mountain. A little breather here, stage isn't too bad. Alright, there's wall kicks will work. That's like the kind of faster version. There is a slower version you can do where you just jump all the way down and then do a stall kick and then make your way up, but that's the faster version. Alright, here we grab the penguin. Give the penguin to the mom. This looks insanely hard and really scary looking, but literally all you have to do is just move the stick in a few directions. It's honestly not that bad. Whenever I did these kind of showcases, I always said like, oh yeah, it's like a party trick, you know? See an N64 in the living room and you're at your friend's house and you're like, hey, you want to see something cool? Just like do that star and you'll impress all your friends. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. Someone will be impressed. I can guarantee. Alright, this star, you kind of just skip the slide and then... you skip the slide and then you do the, go through the door and then the star spawns. Pretty simple. Now we're doing the 100 coin. 100 coin we combine with the penguin race. So it's another star that we don't combine the red coins with. Oops. Come on. There you go. You have to stand there to warp. You have to stand in a specific spot. Alright. Now we race the penguin here. I'm gonna do something called Atom Pass route where you skip the slide. It saves like a second. Let's see if I can get it. I have to... Can't miss a coin here. Okay, slide skip and we're good. So, the reason why that works is you skip the slide, so it rubber bands the penguin to finish the race faster. But you lose time by grabbing the blue coin switch. Typically you don't do that if you don't go for this route, which was outside. But this just ends up saving just about a second, roughly, overall. So, but yeah, we finish the race, beat the penguin, just like that. you can't really do what I did with the slide skip, because if you do skip the slide, Penguin actually ends up calling you a cheater and doesn't give you the star because of that. That's the reason why we combine it with the 100 coin. And now we're doing reds on their own. Pretty cool movement. Oops. That was a little scary. Something about that angle just felt weird, so I just wanted to play it safe. Okay. And we got one more star left. Which is Snowman's Lost Body, I believe, what it's called. This only spawns on star 5, and I think it might spawn on star 6, but I'm not 100% sure. But we usually leave this till the end for this reason. You just gotta take the path down normally. Come here. And I'm gonna do animation skip here. And a little lag reduction. Just to save a little bit of time there. Grab the stars like that. Nice and simple. DCM is kind of one of those areas in the run where you can kind of chill, because you're on good pace and you're at this point of the run. You kind of have nerves, but you know, you still got plenty of run left. But it's a little nice part of the run where you can kind of relax for a bit and just, you know, let muscle memory take its course for the most part. You can lose a run to CCM. Right, now we go into BBH. Interesting stage here. A lot of doors, a lot of ghosts, a lot of eyeballs. I was trying to go for door skip there, but I messed up. That's fine. And the door skip, basically the game kind of makes it so like objects are like intangible during certain cutscenes. So you can kind of like phase through them sometimes, and that's only on the Japanese version. I was gonna go for it here, but I don't think I am, because yeah, typically you want the 2 boos to activate there, but one of them kind of died too quick for me to do door skip there, so I didn't do it there, but that's fine. And this re-entry I'm about to do is, I think it's the fastest way to re-enter BBH now. Not sure if there's like a newer way, but that's like the way that is the fastest. Now we're gonna do 100 coin. 100 coin's pretty cool looking. Okay. All this is kind of straightforward. There's nothing really too crazy happening. Just collecting coins and red coins. BBH is kind of one of those stages where, you know, it's not really fun to watch, but it's fun to perform, if that makes sense. But undercoin's at least kind of cool looking. Okay, I did a little manipulation in that corner there to spawn that boo in that area. That's the reason why I did that movement. Same thing with this. This movement is all intentional to spawn this boo here. Just to grab his blue coin there.
Here we go!
Okay.
Here we go!
There's the 100 coin. Now we got 4 more stars left. Before we head into DDD, Dire Docks, and then do Bowser 2. Oops. Okay, merry-go-round's pretty basic. Just take out the ghosts. This star actually used to be combined with the 100 coin, but they changed the route to combine it with reds instead, because they actually found it was faster to do with red coins over merry-go-round.
Here we go!
Fun fact. So if you go into like an old GDQ and see like Siglonic doing 120, he'll probably be doing that with merry-go-round. Kind of cool to look into those old runs. Sort of like a time capsule of how like Mario used to be. Before we had like all the tools now to play Mario 64. Like we have a practice ROM now. The practice ROM is like very overpowered. It's one of the best practice ROMs in the entire like speedrunning community, in my opinion. It's like very well thought out, very easy to use.
Here we go!
So like back in like 2012, 2013, they didn't have any of that. I think Usamune, which is the name of the practice ROM, I think that came out in 2019, I believe. So it's like 5 years ago, so it's not quite recent anymore, but you know, it's still super useful. They're still updating it nowadays to include features that weren't previously included. So it's a very useful tool.
Here we go!
Alright, one more star left in BBH. And like I said, we do Dire Docks. We usually do Dire Docks 100 coin first because we want to utilize the sub as much as possible. Because if you finish Fire Sea and then go back to DDD, the sub actually disappears. But we want the sub to be there for the 100 coin. Because otherwise you would have to take the poles. The poles are very, very slow. I think the first 120 world record took the poles in the world record, so kind of funny how it's evolved into like what it is now. And the original world record was like 2 hours 11 minutes maybe it wasn't. It was definitely like a long time. That was like back in like 2005, so definitely a different time. Ooh, okay. I missed a coin. I missed 2 coins. You can miss 1, but you can't miss 2, so I had to go back and grab that one. I think I missed that bottom coin. Oh, I'm missing so many coins. I didn't miss that bottom coin. Okay, that was a little awkward, but made it work somehow. Grab the rest of these. Okay. Alright, a little sloppy, but got the job done. That part's very, very hard. Swimming is very hard in this game. Okay, so that's the beginning part of DD 100, and now we're gonna move on to the second half. Pretty flashy looking. I love practicing it, it's very fun. So we're gonna see how it goes in the run. Ah, missed the triple jump. It's fine. Gonna do it again. Yeah, I knew it. My angle was bad. I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna try and line it up, like, slowly next time. There we go. That triple jump's a little harder than it looks.
Here we go.
Alright. Some argue that's probably the hardest star, or like the hardest 100 coin in the game, but you know, it's all opinion based. What's the hardest, what's not the hardest, etc. But I would agree, that's probably like top 5 hardest. Okay, we're gonna do this star, and then we're gonna do the ship star, or the submarine star. Then we're gonna do Fire Sea. And so that way the sub despawns. And the reason why we despawn the sub for the last 2 stars is because the sub creates a lot of lag. And so since the sub is gone, the game doesn't lag as much and you actually save time that way. That's why we end up doing Fire Sea, like in the middle of DD. I'm gonna be going for something here called chip clip. See if I can get it. Very nice. Saves like a second. And since I have to do it 2 more times, it actually saves 3 seconds if you do all chip clips successfully. Named chip clip because a person who found strat is named Chip Groove. So we do the chip clip. Alright, that's fine. Got my front sub ground pounded by accident. Okay. Now, like Dark World, Fire Sea is also on a cycle, but it's more punishing if you miss it. So I'm gonna try and concentrate here, see if I can get it. Okay, that went pretty well. Made the cycle and everything, so. If you're gonna miss the cycle, it's like 15 seconds lost, so it's a pretty big time loss if you miss it. But I'm glad I got it. Same thing with Bowser 1. Start him with the bomb, no big deal. I'd argue Bowser 2 is probably easier than Bowser 1. Because you can just position yourself to be behind his tail as soon as the stage stops moving. You can just press B and then you're good. You just spin. Spin to win. Alright, so we're not done yet. We still gotta get 3 more stars. We gotta get the Manta star, and then we gotta grab the... collect the Cap star, and then the Jetstream star. I'm gonna do Manta first here. Okay, good. Those ring hitboxes are notoriously awfully programmed. Like, you can look at like how it looks in the game, and it doesn't even look like it's even close to where it should be. Pretty infamous. But, you know, not too bad. Ooh, okay. I just missed chip clip. That's fine. What you do is just back down. I think my positioning was off there. Like, I think I was too high on like the spot I punch. So that's as cool as chip clip is when you save time. When you do miss it though, it's an 8-second time loss. So it's actually kind of big. I'm gonna try and get hit chip clip again. See if I can get it. Oh, dude. Okay, I think I punched too early. That's fine. No big deal. At least I got one, so I can showcase what it looks like when you do get it successfully. I mean, everything was going pretty well up until that point, so no big deal. Okay, that was interesting. It's not what it was supposed to look like. The star is called Collect the Caps. So you're supposed to collect Metal Cap and then Vanish Cap and then grab the star. And I think casually it's like one of the coolest stars because collecting or grabbing 2 caps and combining them was like such a cool idea. But like I said, you don't use Metal Cap. In fact, it's slower to use the Metal Cap there than to not. So you just use the Vanish Cap and just swim. Alright, we are completely done with the bottom portion of the castle. Now we're making our way up to upstairs / Tippy. So this is kind of like, you know, not the home stretch, not quite yet. Still got upstairs and Tippy. I would say like getting towards Tippy is basically home stretch. But Tippy's very hard to get there. But upstairs, you're kind of like, there's a lot of hard parts of upstairs. For instance here, Wet Dry World, there's a lot of pretty precarious movement. You gotta make sure that you have the right angles, the right movements, etc. So I'll call them out when we get to those parts. But here, the star is pretty trivial. All I have to do is lower the water, grab the Vanish Cap, and then grab the star. If I can do it properly. There we go. Depending on where you enter, the painting is actually where the water level will be. So the first star I did with the water raised for that one. That's actually the fastest form of movement to get into the castle and spawn that. So I think it's 0.3 faster to do it that way over than trying to go up and raise the water level after you exit the painting. If that makes sense to anyone. Oops, it's fine. Do a quick back up here. Jump too low there. Okay. That's one of the few stars right there for that example. Is like, you'll see me like do a ground pound under the star because Mario's hitbox actually raises up to grab the star, and then when you land, we want to make sure Mario finishes the cutscene as fast as possible. But there, I purposely hold A there to lift Mario up on top of that platform. So that's like one of the rare instances where I don't do a ground pound into the star. Okay, it's a precise triple jump wall kick there. It's actually harder than it looks. You have to like align Mario a certain way, otherwise it won't work. You have to hold certain directions as you're doing the wall kick. So it's pretty tricky. And if you missed it, you get to see it again. I'm going to do it for the star too. It's a pretty cool stage, Wet Dry World. A lot can go wrong though if you mess up like one thing. Alright, and here we're going to be doing secrets. In 70 star, you actually combine the star with the 100 coin. It's actually faster that way. But in 100 coin, it's faster to do it on its own. Cool little backup that you don't normally see. Ooh. I didn't like that angle. I actually might fall here. Yeah, I fell. That's fine. I'll do another backup. Look how that works, I guess. We do like certain camera strats to like make certain stars work with the way we want them to, but I messed up the camera input there, so that's why I kind of messed up there and fell. Didn't go as planned. That's the nature of 120. Something's going to go wrong in 120, whether you like it or not. That's Wet Dry World. Wet Dry World, then we move on to Tiny Huge Island. Tiny Huge Island. Probably one of my favorite stages right now. It's very cool. A lot of movement in it. We're gonna be doing secrets first. Oops, and I missed. That's fine. Quick backup. Camera just got so wonky there. Just gotta play it safe there. And there I just did a mountain flip you just like get enough speed and then dive, you can just like clip through the top there. All right, now we're gonna do the Wiggler Star, which is the big caterpillar up top. And instead of draining the water on the top there, you're supposed to go to the small island. Then you're supposed to ground pound the top of the island. And then go to big island and then go in the hole. But since the geometry in this game is kind of wacky and not that great, just kind of clip through stuff sometimes. And that there was a clip that you can do in the big mountain that just makes you go into the water and clip under the floor, and then you can just swim into the loading zone and then fight the Wiggler, which is kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting little concept you could do to skip certain parts of the game. And then here I'm going to do the same thing, but not enter the loading zone. It's just to get to the top faster. Okay, that was a little slow, but that worked.
Here we go!
Okay, gonna do the Piranha Star. Basically take out the piranha plants here in the big island. Pretty simple. This is like one of the stars that like, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's not too awful. Pretty simple.
Here we go!
And now we're doing the 100 coin. Sorry, kind of spaced out for a second. You ground pound the big Goombas, by the way, you get a blue coin instead of a regular yellow coin, so that's why we ground pound them. Wow, nice RNG. Wow, very, very nice RNG. I usually don't get that kind of RNG in a run. Run's been really nice to me, RNG-wise. It's my fault. Ground pounding there is kind of annoying. That part's a little scary because if I do fall and mess up, I have to redo the entirety of the 100 coin, so it's good that I didn't die.
Here we go!
Alright, one more star left. We got the Koopa race. The Koopa from B.O.B. wants a rematch. This time he has his, I forget what they call him in the game. They're Koopa Super Shoe 3000 or something. He has like a wacky name for it. Just a little trivia there. He gets like all mad that you beat him, and he's like, I even spent money on my super cool super shoes or whatever. He still beat me. All right, that's THI, Tiny Huge Island. Now after Tiny Huge Island, we move on to Tall Mountain. Tall Mountain is littered. I mean littered. Well, maybe not littered. I would say it's kind of well known that there's a lot of invis walls in Tall Mountain. A lot of unforgiving invis walls. People have probably seen horrendous clips of people just dying to an invis wall in this level, so we'll see what happens. Whoops. I'm dead? I'm dead. Alright, that's fine. I pressed B instead of A for the mountain clip, so you want to jump dive there instead of just dive, so try that again. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Luckily that was a quick death though, so. We have to do this mountain clip 2 more times.
Here we go.
And we got the monkey star. I'm gonna do something called monkey glitch. You grab the monkey on a slope. You'll see it in a second. Okay, grab on the slope here. And if you bring them over here, ground pound right there. You just bring them right to the end here, so you don't have to wait for them to run around. So that saves like, I don't know, 15 seconds. Pretty big time save. I'm not sure the specifics on how much time it saves. I've just been told that's what you need to do. And I'm like, okay. All right, I'm gonna go for breezeless here. And I missed it. I think my angle was off there, so I didn't get like the kick I needed off the wall. He kind of just like glazed into it, so I think my angle was off. That's fine. Breezeless, you can just skip the entirety of having to do that breeze I just did. Saves like 3 seconds or 2, depending on how good your breeze full start is. Okay, grab the crazy box here and just hop to the mountain. What you're really supposed to do is, it's called Blast of the Lonely Shroom. You're supposed to use a cannon to grab that star, but aiming that cannon and trying to grab that star is actually insanely hard. It's actually very, very hard to do that. Oh, surprised Nintendo even made that a star in general. But the speedrun strat's actually way easier, in my opinion, than the casual way. Okay, we're gonna spawn the red coin star here, and then we're gonna grab more coins. So we'll come back for that one later. Oops. Is this gonna work? Okay. That was a little scary. Okay. That wall kick is kind of precise. Oops. Ah, I didn't do it. It's fine. The camera got messed up in the beginning. There's a thing here you can do called a C-up slide. It just kind of moves Mario super fast down the slope, but I messed it up. So, I think it saves like roughly a second or something. I don't know. Maybe 2, maybe 1. I don't know. I just know it saves time. Here we take the slide. Grab some more coins. So we purposely have 99 here, because if you actually grab the star on that slope there, you actually die, because you lose all your momentum. So we just leave a bomb at the end here. Grab the star.
Here we go.
There's sometimes an invis wall there as well. That's also pretty scary. You'll just go for the star and you'll just bonk on nothing and die. So, luckily that didn't happen. All right, Snowman's Land, the second snowy level that no one wanted. Pretty infamous, honestly. Snowman's Head. Just wall kick in certain areas, and you can just skip the entirety of trying to go up the snowman. Casually, that star is pretty hard, actually. All right, now we're gonna do the igloo star. Just enter the igloo here. Sometimes it's weird. Should I grab that star that I just passed by? But we need the vanish cap. So there we go. Grab the vanish cap. And bam.
Here we go.
Ah, okay. Supposed to clear that gap, but fortunately did not have enough speed. But luckily the backup's not too bad.
Here we go.
Alright, star is pretty simple. It's actually the fastest star in the game. Done in like 6 seconds. You're supposed to go through like a puzzle, but you kind of just jump over the whole thing and just skip it. Okay, take out the ice bully. Grab its star, and now we're gonna do the 100 coin. 100 coin is pretty infamous in 120. A lot of RNG that can happen. Coins fly everywhere. It's a lot of annoying enemies to deal with. So, let's see how it goes. Here's the first instance. Okay, that was actually probably the best RNG I've ever gotten ever. So the run continues to be the craziest RNG run I've probably ever had. You were here. Oops. Oops. Okay, shell here. Grab these red coins. Take out this next money bag here. This guy. Like I said, literally just this RNG has just been so insane. That never happens. Clearly never. That RNG wasn't too bad though.
Here we go!
Alrighty, that's No Man's Land. We're done with the upstairs portion. Now we're going up to Tippy. We call it Tippy because it's the tip top of the castle. I'm gonna go for a BLJ here, just why not? I didn't get it. It's fine. There's a BLJ there you can save time with, but I didn't get it. No big deal. Alright, we're gonna do Cloud Stage. Hopefully I don't fall. If you fall all the way to the castle courtyard, and we don't want that. I'm gonna be going for a strat called the stored angle strat, and if you remember from VOB, people who were there, their angle gets stored if you land a certain way with wing cap. So you can actually use it to your advantage here. Dude. Okay, hang on. Okay, that should work. Okay. That took a little longer than anticipated. And just like that, you can save time. I probably didn't save time with that lineup though, but that saves time, I promise. That's okay. That part's very hard. It's harder than it looks. You don't want to grab that pole. But that's alright.
Here we go!
Alright, now we're on to TTC, TikTok Clock. Which I would probably say is like a fan favorite. A lot of people like this stage. We're going to start off with the 100 coin here. Really, man? Alright, a little mishap, but it's alright.
Here we go! Here we go!
So I enter the painting at a specific time, so now it's gonna be time moving. That way I can do like some triple jumps off the flippers. A lot of people like that movement. Looks very flashy and cool. I'm going to do it 2 more times. I was thinking about doing moving reds, but I haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna just do standalone reds, like stationary. I don't like that. Usually I want speed there. Oops. Okay, grabbed every legend TTC before grabbing that star. Now we're gonna do standing reds here. Star is kind of annoying sometimes, but pretty basic. Okay, that is good. So that's TTC. Now we're gonna talk to one more final toad. Then going to Rainbow Ride. And yes, if anyone wasn't here in the beginning, I did reiterate, I'll try to do carpetless. Try and go for it. I'll try and do it in like 2 attempts. If I miss it in 2 attempts, I'll probably just take the carpet. I don't want to sit here. Attempt it, because carpetless is like a frame perfect trick. It's pretty hard. That sucks. Messed up like 2 bounce. I think I didn't go far back enough on the side flip, so it happens. That trick's hard. I find it really hard. Lucky with carpetless, you only have to do it once, or you only have to do like 2 bounce once. Before carpetless, you had to do it twice. So glad that's one takeaway of carpetless that I don't mind. Oops. I would say like nerves-wise, and now with carpetless, I'd probably put Rainbow Ride in like the hardest stage in the entire game. In my opinion. Alright, now we're gonna do Swinging in the Breeze. Then we do the 100 coin and then carpetless. We're close to the end of the game, actually. Okay, cool. Alright, 100 coin. Kind of RNG based, especially with carpetless, because there's a new route now with carpetless. We combine the star instead of with the big house in the sky. We combine it with the somewhere over the rainbow star. Okay, I got 1 coin from that fly guy, so that's not too bad. open this cannon because we need the cannon to grab the star at the end here. All right, that was pretty good RNG. The RNG luck continues in this run. All right, one more star in Rainbow Ride, which is carpetless. Some people do it first in the Rainbow Ride. I do it last. So, like I said, I'm giving myself 2 attempts. If I don't get it, we will take the carpet in shame. And I'll explain what carpetless is after I hit it. Okay, that's good. That part's hard. I'm gonna wait for the camera to pan. There we go. Nice. Alright, well that's cool. Got it first try. Alright, so basically what happens there, I pause the game on certain frames, and you hold specific directions as to what frame you wall kick off of for that glitchy wall kick. After that glitchy wall kick, you have to look for specific frames, and then you have to hold left, right, up, or down, depending on what frame you have. And it takes a lot of practice to do that. So it's cool that I got that first try. And it's a very new trick, and one of the biggest tricks that has been discovered in the past, like, 10 years of Mario 64. It's a huge find. I don't like that. There we go. Now, just like the other Bowser stages, we do have to get through this one. Collect the red coins. Just keep going. Okay, it's fine. I meant to do a side flip there, but worked for some reason. In carpetless, it actually saves like a minute. It's a huge time save. Ah! Okay. Okay. I just got invis-walled there because I long jumped too late. So, right. There we go. That was close. Almost died. We're good. Also, get ready with the timer. Time stops as soon as I grab the final star, the final big star, after I throw Bowser. One. 2. 3, maybe? Yeah, 3. Very nice. Alright, not a bad finish. Especially getting carpetless too. It's very nice. And time. Alright, that's 120 star in a nutshell. And that's basically it. Super Mario 64, 120 star. A lot of cool updated strats coming out. If you want to get into it, we have a Discord community. Everyone's learning this game all the time. super competitive right now, especially 120. We have the PACE LTA happening right now, and we have like a bunch of people still, improving every single day. Everyone's PBing. It's been a lot of movement in this game lately in the speedrun, especially in 120. So if you want to get into it, there's a Discord channel that tells you how to get started. You can play this game in an emulator, play with an Xbox controller and see if you like it. Or maybe if you have like an old N64 laying around, you can give it a shot. You have the game. It's super fun. Game's always adapting and evolving as much. And yeah, basically it. No other shout outs really. I guess I could just say my name is itsbeeve. I stream on twitch.tv/itsbeeve, and I'm currently trying to get a 138 in 120 star. Currently I have a 139. I just got one like a few weeks ago, so pushing for a 138 right now, and still trying to improve my time as much as I can. And yeah, vibes are cool at my channel, so appreciate it if you check me out. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you to GTAs for having me on here. Really appreciate it. And, I guess that's it from me, GTA. So if you have any words?
Not just great run. Thanks for showing it off here.
Yeah, of course. What was the final time, by the way?
I got a 144.29, assuming no delay from the stream or anything.
144?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that wasn't too bad, given the mistakes. But yeah, that's basically it. So stick around and stay for the remaining runs. Have a good one.